Most people hear about opportunities when smart investors have already brought in. Like I always tell my smart investor, you have to make sure you buy before the crowd. So, are you looking to buy a bungalow in Ibeju-Lekki? This is a wonderful update for you. Today, I am live at Elerangbe, Ibeju-Lekki, to give you a site update at Solace Bungalow located at Elerangbe, Ibeju-Lekki. So today we'll be going into a full tour about this wonderful site update. We have a 3-bedroom bungalow here, and we also have a 4-bedroom bungalow. So if you've been wanting to buy a bungalow, this is the right video for you. So hello smart investors, good day and welcome back to my YouTube channel. As you all know, my name is Larry and I bring you the best real estate investment for you to own in Lagos, Nigeria. So today we are live at Solace City Bungalow Phase 2. The Phase 1 has already been sold out, which is not quite far from here due to popular demand. So today I am here at the site to give you a site update on what is currently going on at the site. And it is currently raining at the moment, and one of the best time to buy a property is during rainy season, so you get to know if you are buying into a river like Lekki, Phase 1 and so on. So without further delay, now let's talk about Solace Bungalow. Solace Bungalows is located at Elerangbe, Ibeju-Lekki, Lagos, Nigeria. Elerangbe, Ibeju-Lekki is currently taking a massive development going on, because we have a lot of real estate developer coming into this area. We have the Lekki Havana Phase 2, we have Zenita, we have Mikasa, we have the Macarius close to the main road over there. So it is really taking a huge development going on at the moment. So you have to make sure you position yourself into this area, because by the time this area will develop very fast, trust me, the price you're currently seeing at this moment, you're going to be coming back to this video and you'll be glad you invest into Elerangbe, because this is actually the same place we'll be having the proposed international airport, and it's not quite far from the Lekki Expressway. So this is one of the best investments you can own yourself, one of the most affordable 3-bedroom bungalows and 4-bedroom bungalows plus BQ. So like I said, we have bungalows available and it comes with a genuine title. Most of the lands around this area are government allocation, CFO in brackets. So you have nothing to worry about when you are investing on this property. As I mentioned, one of the best time for you to buy into a property is currently right now when it is raining. So you get to see the flood. The flood is currently wet, and one thing you see about this project is that it is currently under construction, but you get to see what they are currently doing from the entrance. You see the drainage system is already on its way, so you get to know that this estate will not be a flood zone area. You can see the drainage is already in order, channeling for going outside and also entering through the estate. So we'll be going into the estate now to show you the sample units we have available for sale for you. So we have a 3-bedroom bungalow plus BQ, we have a 4-bedroom bungalow plus BQ. Those are the current bungalows selling within the estate, and with a down payment of 5 million naira, you can key into these available bungalows in Solace Bungalow. So smart investors, let's go inside and check the sample units. So the price for the bungalows goes as follows. The 3-bedroom bungalow plus BQ is currently selling for 72 million naira on a 3-month plan outright, and we also have a flexible payment plan up to 12 months. We have a 6-month plan, and we also have a 12-month plan, and we also have the 4-bedroom plus BQ currently selling for 85 million naira for a 3-month plan outright, and we also have a flexible payment plan up to 6 months and 12 months. All the prices are all inclusive, and it comes with a 2.5 kVA inverter. Now, one of the fun thing I like about this property, or one of the best of what I like about this property, is the fact that you get allocated once your payment is up to 25 million naira, you don't have to wait till your payment is fully completed. You know, unlike other properties, you have to wait till your payment is up to a certain level before you get allocated into your unit. So by the time your payment is at 25 million naira, you get allocated into your own units. So on this other side here, we have the 3 bedroom, and on this side here, we have the 4 bedroom available. So we'll be checking out the 3 bedroom first. So before I enter it, I'll walk you through the compound before we enter into the 3 bedroom. So this 3 bedroom now is standing on a 300 square meter of land. And if you look at the space we have here, it is quite spacious enough to take up to 3 to 4 cars, up to 3 cars, let's just 3 max. And if you look at this other one too, because for the fact that that one is a corner piece, so to look a bit bigger, if you compare it to this one, the spacing is actually not bad too. And you get to see that there's a proper drainage system in order. You can see the drainage on both sides. We have here, and we also have at this other side here, and they connect to the other side here down outside. So when it comes to drainage system, the proper infrastructure, it is already in place. You know, we have the basketball courts over there. We also have a football court at the other side here. So now let's walk around the compound before we enter the unit itself. So we have the space in between here. So but because this particular unit is a corner unit, so it will be more bigger than the other units we have in between. And so the back space. Yeah, so this is the spacing. From here now, you get to know the spacing in between two buildings. I think this is about probably 2 meter. So now we'll be entering the units now. We'll be entering this particular unit now. So we'll be entering now. So this is the living room space. Work is currently going on at the moment. So if you were to look at this living room, the space is about 31 square meter area, and work is currently going on. So we'll always come back to give you an update. So this particular area here is where we have the dining area. So now let me walk you through the living room very well for you to see how big and spacious it is. And so it's quite spacious, and if you look at the windows here, they are very wide and big. So we also have this other window over here too, plus this space here that is meant to create enough lighting into the room. So it could have been nice if it's a place that can also open up, to create enough ventilation in the living room. So the total area is about 40 square meter plus the dining space we have here connected to the living room. So from here we access the visitors toilet we have here. So this is the visitors toilet. So mind the work is still going on at the moment, so some things are not in order. So as time goes on, I'll come back here to give you a site update when everything is already in place. So yeah, this is the kitchen space we have here. This side is the kitchen space. So it is still empty at the moment. Like I said, work is still ongoing. So this is the kitchen space. So let me walk around for you to see the size of the total space we have for the kitchen. So and the size is about should be about 10 square meter for the whole area for this particular kitchen. And from here we have an exit door that connects to the boys quarter. You can to access it to the boys quarter. From once I go back, I will also show you the boys quarter, and I will also show you this door we are seeing here. So from here, we'll be walking down to the rooms we have available. We have different sizes of the rooms. We have the master's bedroom, and we also have two rooms. Like I said, this is a three-bedroom. So some of the kitchen and the toilets might be locked. So due to that fact, I will also be checking the three-bedroom that has not been furnished up to this level, like a carcass unit, for you to see what it looks like even with a carcass unit. Although what we are selling is fully finished with a 2.5 kV inverter for the three-bedroom, and it's currently going for 72 million naira. So we have one room here. So once you enter from the living room space, you have this space for you whereby you can use it for your inverter space. This particular area here, you have the space here. So from there, you get to see the other doors that connects to the every other room we have here. We have the master's bedroom by this side. We have one room by this side, and we also have another room by this side. So I'll be entering the first room we have by my right here first before going into every other room we have in the three bedroom. So now walk with me to the first room we have here. So this particular room is about 16 square meter. You can see there are double windows there, so it creates enough air to enter into the room. And you can see the POP design is actually very nice. And we have the toilet and bathroom. This is the bedroom side, and this is the toilet side. So like I said, work is still ongoing at the moment. So you get to see that some of the works are not yet complete. The inside units are not yet fully completed. So we've toured the first room. So we'll be going into the second room now before the master's bedroom. So a lot of activities still taking place, like the fittings in the room, because this particular unit here will be the showroom. So there are lots of design that are coming into place, which if you buy into, you won't be getting stuff like this in the room. So it's now you get to know, so that you won't be expecting stuff like this. So it's quite nice for the rooms to be having two windows. So I'll also be checking the middle units to know if they are emulating the same thing, to create enough air and also enough lighting into the room. So this is the space for the second room. It's quite spacious and big. So the toilet is currently locked at the moment, so it's of the same size with the other room we have. Like I said, work is still ongoing at the moment, so they have some materials they need to, secure down. You can't really trust most people you're working with, so to be on the safe side, they usually lock some of the rooms to keep materials in check. So we've checked the two rooms we have here. We have one room by my right, so we have another room by my left, and also by the left hand side we have another room, which is the master's bedroom. So it's quite spacious. Total square meter is I think 20 square meters. So if you're interested, you can also always request for the square meter for the floor plan, which I will share with you. Or it's even on the FAQ, so you get to see the total area of the 3 bedroom and the 4 bedroom. The total room size is up to the boys' quarter. You get to see the total size for you to know what you are buying into. So this is the total area for total space area for the master's bedroom. You can see it's quite spacious and big, and I feel the window could have been a little bit bigger in here because the space is there. The rooms are very wide, so if you can have a very wide window here, it will have been very nice also. So we have the toilet and bedroom here. Yes. You can see it is very big and spacious. So that will be all for the 3 bedroom. So from here on, I'll be going into the 4 bedroom before we check. I think we should check another 3 bedroom, carcass units before we now go into the 4 bedroom space. Hold on. So smart investor, like I said, with a down payment of 5 million naira, you can secure a 3 bedroom in this estate. A 3 bedroom bungalow, one of the most affordable bungalows we have right here in Elerangbe, Ibeju-Lekki, Lagos, Nigeria, for the sum of 72 million naira. So now let's check into another 3 bedroom to check how spacious it is, without the fittings, and just to check, because some of the toilets are locked there, to also know the size, from the look of it as a carcass level, you get to also understand some things there. I also like the fact that they are also making use of Gerard, so whenever you want to install your inverter, it's quite all right, because if you have all those flat roof, there are always issue when it comes to installation, because by the time someone climbs it, you see it getting dent and all. So this type of roofing is actually one of the best you can have. So from even before entering the units, you get to see that the buildings are very high compared to from here down to the road level is low. So the buildings in the estates already, they are higher than the road level. So you can be rest assured that you won't have any issue about flood or anything. And the drainage system are also in order. So you don't have to worry about drainage problem. So we're entering another 3 bedroom. You can see me going up. You can see it's actually very high for you to know that the infrastructures are in order. So now let's enter these 3 bedrooms. They are of the same size. So, but then we are just checking again, the carcass units for you to see. So, we have this wide window, just like the other units we just checked now. You have your dining space here. So some of this part here will be blocked. Then you have your lightning glass here. You also have another window here. Yeah, let's check out the space again. You can see it's very wide and spacious. And over there is where we have the visitor's toilet. So let's check out, that's better. Let's check out the kitchen, and we'll also check out the BQ. The other one here, we didn't check out the BQ. So now let's check out the BQ for the 3 bedroom bungalow. So this is the kitchen area. So just like the other one here, there will be a door here, and the access way, there will be another door here. So your staff can be in the boys quarter, so they will need access to enter through the kitchen, or they will have to go through the main entrance. So the BQ is not connected to the main room, to the main living room. So from here we access the BQ. So the BQ space is not that bad. It's about 8 0.5 square meter. You have the wardrobe space here. From here, you access the toilet and bedroom. Yeah. So from there, like I said, we go back to the kitchen, and from there we access the rooms we have available in the three bedroom. So just like the other room, it's of the same design. Also in this place, we will have this particular area here for your inverter or a space you can just utilize to do one or two things depending on how you want to finish your own unit. Then you have one room here, you have another room here, and we also have one room here. So this is one room. You have the toilet and bedroom. This is another room. Oh no. You have the toilet and bedroom also. And this is the last room. You can see it's very spacious. You know, like I said in the previous one, it could have been nice if the windows are wider than this for the master's bedroom. So this is the toilet and bedroom. So I'm not entering there because people are currently resting in this side already. So from here on, let's check out the 4 bedroom sample units. So we'll be checking out the 4 bedroom sample units now, and after that we'll walk around the estate for you to see what it looks like while walking around. So to this side. So smart investors, are you interested in owning a bungalow? Because this is one of the bungalows you can own in Elerangbe, Ibeju-Lekki. This is one of the smart investments you can give yourself in Ibeju-Lekki, and years to come you'll be glad you invest in this area. You know what we are offering you is affordability, and you know it is one of the most affordable bungalows you can get yourself at the moment in Ibeju-Lekki, and the price are all inclusive. You don't have to worry about deed, you don't have to worry about survey, you don't have to worry about any other payments, and we have a flexible payment plan up to 12 months. We have an outright sales for 3 months, we have a 6 month plan, and we also have a 12 months plan. So before I enter that other unit that has been tiled, let me check out the carcass units first. So like I said, this is the 4 bedroom, which is currently selling for 85 million naira on a 3 months plan. Now, like I said, this side is the 3 bedroom and this side is the 4 bedroom. So we'll be checking out the carcass units first. So this is the living room space. What up? So this particular area is the dining area. This side is the visitor's toilet. So you can see the space, see how spacious. So the total area for the living room and the dining area for the 4 bedroom is about 40 square meter, and you also have this particular walkway here to one particular room. You have one walkway here to a room here. One thing about this place is that they all come with double windows, so you don't have to worry about ventilation. There's enough ventilation already. You have the toilets and bedroom. You get to love it by the time you check out the finished one. You get to see the beauty in it. So over here we have another room. From here we have the toilet and bedroom. Sorry. So I've checked out two rooms already. So then you have this wonderful space. This is the dining area. This is the dining area. So from here, this is the kitchen space. So this is the kitchen space, and you see rooms over there. So I've checked two rooms so far. We have one here. We have one here. So that's two rooms. So let me check the back for the boys' quarter before we check the other rooms. So this is the boys' quarter. And this is the toilet and bedroom. So now we'll be checking out the remaining two rooms in the 4-bedroom. So this is the third room. Apart from the BQ, so it has this wardrobe space, and the toilet and bedroom. Then the last room. So for the 4-bedroom, there are two rooms with like master, the king and the queen. So they are the same size. They have 16 square meters, which is this particular room we have here. This is the bedroom, and this other room we have here. So this particular room here and this particular room here, they are the same size apart from the other two rooms, then the BQ. So we'll be checking out the finished one now. The work has already gone really far again now for the 4-bedroom. Yeah, so now smart investors, we are checking out the 4-bedroom bungalow we have here. Like I said, I've checked the other one there. So before I enter now, I'll be checking. Investors will be walking around the 4-bedroom bungalow now. So before I enter the bungalow itself, I would walk around, to show you how spacious it is. Like I said, the 4-bedroom bungalow is standing on a 350 square meter, while the 3-bedroom bungalow is standing on a 300 square meter. That's the difference between the 4-bedroom and the 3-bedroom. And you also know those are 3 rooms with a BQ, and this is the 4-room with a BQ. So we're walking around now to show you, the space we have around here. And it is obviously, you can see it's already that you can easily park as much as 3 to 4 cars in front of your unit here. So this is one of the best bungalow you can give yourself right now in Elerangbe, Ibeju-Lekki Lagos, Nigeria. So I'm walking around the estate now, walking around the back to show you the space we have in between 2 units before we enter the house itself. So this is the space. This is a space of about, I think, 3 to 4 meters, the space in between both buildings. Say it's quite messy at the moment because work is still going on at the moment. So since I'm currently walking around there, I can as well show you the BQ before entering the whole house, because the BQ is like separated from the main building itself. So the BQ is currently at this other side there. So it's probably locked at the moment. So the BQ, we have the BQ over here, which is one of the reasons why I showed you the carcass units, because I know since work is still going on at the moment, some of the units might be locked already. So this is the BQ. So I can just have a quick peek for you to see. This is the space for the BQ and the toilet and bedroom space. So that's it now. Now let's enter into the rooms to show you the living room space. Let's see how the finishing is at the moment. The work is not done yet, but we can still check out some things out. So now you can see before you enter your own unit, you get to see the space in design for you to enter your unit. So yes, manifesto, we are inside the 4-bedroom bungalow plus BQ. So I had to go and take the bag because the main door is locked, but I'm starting the video from this particular area here. So from here now, we'll be walking around the living room area for you to see how spacious it is. The living room is connected to the dining area. So the total space for the 4-bedroom bungalow living room is about 40 square meter. Just like I said, from the, when we check the carcass unit. So work is still going on at the moment. So this is the living room space. You have this lighting for your dining space, and you have your living room area space here already. So you get to see that this place is spacious enough. This is wide and spacious enough. And we also have the visitors toilet here. Here is the visitors toilet space. From here, we'll be accessing the kitchen. So from the kitchen, we'll be checking every other room we have in the space. So this is the kitchen space. So the kitchen size is about, I think, 11 to 10 square meter. So from the kitchen, you can connect outside to as well access the BQ. So this is the kitchen space. So let's take a peek again and a quick look again. So this is the kitchen space. So from there we have 4 rooms to check. Like I said, this is a 4-bedroom bungalow plus BQ. We've checked out the BQ we have at the back, so we'll be checking out the 4 rooms there. So we have 1 room here, we have another room here making 2, and once we are inside there, I'll be checking out the king bedroom and the queen's bedroom. So we have 1 room here now. Let's check out the closest one to us. So this is the first room I'll be checking out. So this particular size should be about I think 11 square meter. Then we have the toilet and bedroom. Then from here, that's the first room we have over here. So from here, we'll be checking out the other rooms. So the concept of the design, I can as well say on the floor plan is that once you enter through the living room, like this, on your left hand side, you have 1 room over there. That's the room I just checked now. And you also have the kitchen, and from there, you also have the BQ. So on the right hand side, we have 1 room inside there, and we also have the remaining 2 rooms inside there. So from here now, we'll be checking out the second room here. Spider-Man. Like I said, this is like a sample unit, so they're just playing around. The units. You have this stuff here for children playing section. Then we have the toilet and bedroom. which are quite spacious enough and okay. So from there, we'll be checking out the remaining rooms we have, the remaining two rooms. So far I've checked out two rooms in the unit, excluding the BQ. We've checked out that one. We've checked out this one. So we'll be checking out the other rooms we have available. So we have one here. Then we have this wardrobe space. We have the toilet and bedroom. Then we'll be checking the last room. Then we have the toilet and bedroom. So from here on out, we'll be walking around the estate. So I'm going outside now. So I'll be going outside through the kitchen. So this is the back. This is the back side of the 4-bedroom bungalow plus BQ. One of the most affordable bungalows we have available for sale at the moment in Elerangbe, Ibeju-Lekki, Lagos, Nigeria. So smart investors, are you among the people that want to lock in before the crowd? You have to make sure you invest before the crowd, because that's one of the best things you can do yourself. So like I said, smart investors, with a down payment of 5 million naira, you can secure either the 3-bedroom bungalow plus BQ or the 4-bedroom bungalow plus BQ. And like I said, once your payment is up to 25 million naira, you get allocated instantly. You get your allocation. As soon as your payment is complete, you get your physical allocation also. So this is one of the best bungalow you can own yourself with a solar inverter system with a 2.5 kV, and you can as well, when you buy a unit, you can as well upgrade it to however you want, depending on your own home appliances. But already, as you are buying into a 3-bedroom bungalow and also a 4-bedroom bungalow, you are getting a 2.5 kVA, and with a down payment of 5 million, you can own into any of the units you have available. You can buy one, you can buy two, but make sure you invest in Elerangbe, Ibeju-Lekki, because it is one of the hot areas we have in Ibeju-Lekki at the moment. So from here on out, I'll be walking around the estate. So hope you enjoyed this video, and if this is your first time of watching my video, kindly subscribe so you'll be getting updates on affordable properties, affordable lands we have available for sale in Lagos, Nigeria. So don't forget, my name is Larry, and I will always bring you the best real estate investments for you to own in Lagos, Nigeria.